Hi everyone, and thanks again for joining me on MTV. Today we're talking about renovation forums. Are they delightful or could they be dangerous? Now, I'm all for renovation forums. I think there's some great feedback that's on there, and I join a lot of groups to read where some of the headaches and pain points are out with the market and customers and potential customers. But you need to be very, very aware of the information you are reading and what you are taking from that. So if it's opinions on things like there could be a decorative look or perhaps a design layout, you might look at those and look deeper into them and have some sort of trust behind them. But some people throw questions into forums that could be related to structural, real serious design, planning, and the advice you get back could be from someone who's renovated a couple homes, and that's all good information. But that's not professional advice. And if you take that information and it's quite restricted, it's like from one part of the market and then take it into yours and just jump in with that information towards your renovation, that is dangerous, because the fact is you have got no professional that's giving that guidance, and how wide of that span of their experience is there. Now, the way to use a forum, it's an information base, and it is great to put it out there, get opinions, but sometimes I see some photos of people that have put questions out there that potentially, I remember one I read and showed photos that potentially could have been asbestos in their bathroom, and people were telling them to pull the tiles off and just put a bit of waterproofing on and start retiling in an old joint, and that could have been really, really hazardous and dangerous with the wrong advice. A professional would give you guidance in that perspective and understand where the potential hidden dangers are. So what I was saying is, with your renovation forums, read them, get engaged, get involved. It's all good to have some information, because when you do talk to a professional, you will be wiser for it. You could bring up some of those things you've seen, and it could spark a conversation starter with a professional. But you need to understand that from a costing point of view, you cannot accurately budget and cost from some advice you've got from a renovation forum. You need to be very, very careful in how you approach it, and just go with a bit of pinch of salt. I'm not saying they're not serious. I'm not saying there's some value in them. There's definitely great value, and there's some really good ideas that you can pick up from people that have renovated. But the advice on how to go about an actual reno, because the other thing is, I've seen them from all over Australia, and what happens up in Queensland can be completely different than what has to happen in Melbourne or in Tasmania or over in the West. So you need to be aware of where that information is coming from, and does it apply to your state, because we've got so many different climatic conditions and different building methods. If you want some support and advice on this, we do have our Monsta Go-To Pros. For a simple one-on-one session, you can get a Monsta Pro to give you some guidance and advice on what that renovation idea you have is, and from there you can even throw some of the thoughts that you've picked up from forums to Monsta Pro, and they can guide you in the path on how to go about it from there and ensure that you budget properly, you spend wisely, but more importantly, you get delivered what it is you want. If you've got more questions on this, please throw them our way. Look forward to those questions or any replies on this one. We're here for you. Look forward to your engagement.